What you're about to see are not just images. They are fragments of a real scene, a basement, a silent weapon, and the beginning of a mystery that froze an entire nation. December 1996. Inside a quiet family home, police uncovered something disturbing. A lifeless child, a strange note, and a case that nearly 3 decades later remains unsolved. This is the enigma of JonBenét Ramsey, an intruder, a family secret, or something much darker. A 6-year-old girl found dead in the basement of her own home, a 2-page ransom note suspiciously detailed, conflicting clues, a family under the microscope, and a case that remains unsolved nearly 3 decades later. This is the chilling mystery of JonBenét Ramsey, one of America's most infamous unsolved crimes. JonBenét Patricia Ramsey was born in 1990 in Atlanta, Georgia. The youngest child of John and Patsy Ramsey, she grew up in a wealthy, comfortable household. Patsy, a former beauty queen, introduced her daughter into the world of child pageants. JonBenét quickly stood out for her charisma, charm, and dazzling stage presence. But beyond the crowns and sequined dresses, JonBenét was just a little girl, one whose life was tragically cut short. On the morning of December 26, 1996, Boulder, Colorado, the Ramsey family woke to find JonBenét missing from her bed. Instead, they discovered a bizarre ransom note, 2 pages, handwritten, demanding $118,000, oddly specific sum, the same as John Ramsey's recent work bonus. Hours later, after police had already arrived, John himself searched the basement. There, he made a horrifying discovery: JonBenét's body covered with a white blanket. She had a cord around her neck. The ransom note remains one of the strangest elements of the case. Most kidnappers leave short, blunt demands. This one was unusually long, dramatic, and almost cinematic. Experts concluded it was likely written inside the Ramsey home, using Patsy's own pen and notepad. And the amount demanded, $118,000, matched John Ramsey's exact Christmas bonus, raising more questions than answers. From day one, the investigation was riddled with mistakes. Police allowed friends and family to roam through the house, contaminating the crime scene. The body was moved before forensic teams could examine it, and suspicion quickly fell on the Ramsey family themselves. Some theorized Patsy had accidentally harmed JonBenét and staged the ransom note. Others accused John. Even 9-year-old Burke, JonBenét's brother, was whispered about in tabloids. But there was also the intruder theory, an outsider who entered through a basement window, or someone who had become obsessed with the child after seeing her on stage. The case exploded in the media. JonBenét's face was on every news channel. The public was divided. Was this a family cover-up, or the work of a mysterious intruder? Tabloids hounded the Ramseys relentlessly. Meanwhile, the early days of the internet became a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, many of which still circulate today. Decades later, the case remains unsolved. In 2008, DNA testing cleared the Ramsey family of direct involvement, but no other suspect has ever been definitively identified. New DNA analysis and fresh documentaries keep reopening public interest, but the truth of who killed JonBenét Ramsey remains a haunting mystery. The JonBenét Ramsey case is a chilling reminder of how justice can be clouded by media frenzy, investigative errors, and endless theories. A little girl whose story still cries out for answers. What do you think happened that night? Was it an intruder, a family member, or something we may never uncover? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries and true crime stories.